and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down 3 more ways you can find property not on Rightmove. First one, agents. I know. Jamie, surely all properties from agents are online, on Rightmove, on Zoopla, on whatever the other ones are, on the market, booming. Yes, I completely get that. But the point is that when you start taking action with agents, you end up building rapport, building relationships, and you can actually get properties before they go on the market. That sounds great, but how do you do it? Well, first of all, you need to think about the selection of your agents in the first place. Now, in my area, in West Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, there are hundreds of agents. Now, how do I actually pick out of them? Well, I'm going to pick 5, and here's how I eliminate other people. On one side of the spectrum, you've got people that are in their first year of being an estate agent, and whilst they've just broken away or whatever it is, they might do amazingly well. I might touch base with them, but I'm not going to take the time to build a meaningful relationship at the beginning of their journey due to the massive failure rate of estate agents, which, by the way, is over 90% of estate agents come into the business and out of the business within a 2-year time frame. So are they going to be able to bring me enough properties in that first 2 years to make it worthwhile? Probably not. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, you've got the computer says no people in there, the corporates, okay? Not to say that they don't bring loads of properties, but it's very rare that their rules are set by the branch. Most of them have got a HQ down in London that does all of their rule setting, all of their marketing, and says everything that they can and can't do. So very much a yes or no individual. So great to be keeping an eye out for all of the properties that go on, but very, very, very unlikely you're actually going to get properties before they come on the market. So that's who you don't target. Who do you target? What we want to be doing is focusing on the smaller agents. I'd probably say they've been running from 3 to 10 years. Maybe they've got a couple of branches. Ideally, the owner still works in the business. And then what I'm going to do is focus on 5 of these at a time. The reason for this is I'm a big believer, and there's a lot of statistics around this if you read around it. You can't really have more than 5 genuine, solid relationships. I'm not talking about the people that you like to give a call every other month, that sort of thing. I'm talking about 5 agents that you've got genuine relationships with. You go out for drinks, you take them out for lunch, you buy them coffees, you give them a call, you've got their mobile number, and that is not going to come for 20 and 30 people. So target 5 at a time, and there's a key person that you genuinely want to make a relationship with, and that is not who you think. It's not the manager, it's not the salesperson in the office, it's not the admin, it is the valuer. The reason this is so important is they are very unlikely to be in the office because they are out valuing properties. Now, this isn't a Rick Surveyor as a valuer. These are valuers that they close the vendors. Best way of finding these people isn't in the office, it's on LinkedIn. Go on LinkedIn, search the estate agents in your area, and you should be able to find the person that is the valuer at that estate agent. They are the person building the relationship in the room that can then give you a call saying,
hey, I'm in front of a vendor, this is their situation, they need to sell quickly, can you come round and have a look?
And if you are quick off the mark, you will start getting properties before they've even gone back to office, let alone gone online. You have to remember, it is not an estate agent's job to put it online, it's to sell it for the best benefit of the owner. Start building relationships straight away. Numero 2, media buying. So I realize you may not have heard of media buying before, but here's a way to explain it. Imagine you're at an auction. Somebody's at the front and you're saying, yes, I would like to bid on that. I would like to bid on that. And you're competing against every other in the room, right? And this is essentially what media buying is, except what you're bidding for is space, or in this case, attention. So when you watch a YouTube video like this, there might be an ad like this. If an ad didn't come up there, I look like a bit of a twat right now. But let's assume that it did. That got your attention. Hey, maybe, hopefully it was even an ad of me, who knows. But now I feel awkward if there wasn't an ad. Let's say there was. An ad will come up during this video, if it hasn't already, which hopefully it has. And in that space for your attention, there was only one video. It wasn't like 5 videos came up on screens of different people talking about wealth or finance or investment or property. The downside of this is as more and more people want to buy media or buy space, then it's going to get more expensive for your attention. God darn you. However, for now, it's actually very cheap to get in front of people. So it's likely that if you're watching this channel, what do I know you're interested in? I know you're interested in property. I know that you might be looking to build your portfolio. You might be interested in wealth education. So if I were targeting people watching my channel, it might be to target you as an investor. And maybe I've got a portfolio building service. It might be targeting you for my education services. Maybe people that are interested in property are often interested in stocks and shares. So I might target you if I were Hargreaves Lansdown. And maybe these are some of the ads that you've seen. So it's very likely that you're getting there. The thing that I like is if the ad comes up and you click skip straight away, that shows you're not interested in it right now. So then the advertiser doesn't actually pay for it for that second, the first 5 seconds. The reason I really like that is that I've still kind of placed something on your mind, and it's a really cheap way of doing it. So media buying could include Twitter, paid ads on Twitter, paid TikTok ads, which I've not figured out yet if I'm completely honest, but it is starting to work better. YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, Bing ads, Yahoo ads. Bing ads, by the way, very good ads for the older demographic for people selling their properties because they still have Bing and not Google as their home screen. So there's a nice tip for you. But ultimately, you can get in front of the right people at the right time that fit the right demographic very cheaply without leaving your home. Ultimately, getting sellers coming to you rather than you going out there to find the sellers. And number 3, very similar to the online bidding platform, we're now going offline and into the auction house. Auctions are an amazing way to find properties, and today's video sponsor is one of the best places to find them, and that is Lendlord. Lendlord is a free platform. I'll put the link in below. You can click there, download it for free, and it's a relatively new feature where you can actually click on there, search all of the auctions in your area. The downside of it being on Rightmove and Zoopla is it can get buried. It's hard. It's a really poor search function on Google, but Lendlord extrapolates it all and then also has the finance option available so you can buy the properties with confidence. So that's when you're in the auction or actually looking at them listed, use Lendlord for that, guaranteed. The link is below, completely free. Check it out, see for yourself. But there's also pre-auction and post-auction. So pre-auction, you might not know this, but the auction house will be able to see how many times people have downloaded the brochure or the auction pack. This is a really good indication of is there actually a lot of interest? Because if somebody is genuinely interested and going to start bidding, they've likely downloaded the pack, maybe ask for a viewing. But you can actually get in touch with them direct and say, hey, look, I know it's going to auction. I'd like to put in an offer pre-auction. This is only subject to it being removed from auction and guaranteed to be my purchase within the next 48 hours. That's a really good way to secure it. What I would do, my recommendation, is work out what your limit price is and then go £5,000 below that. But what about post-auction? Well, post-auction, there's a lot of properties that haven't actually sold. This is a good indication because if somebody sold it in auction, it's because they've decided that's their sure bet. But if it hasn't sold at that point, this is a good indication for you to go in, talk to the auctioneer and say, hey, I saw that this lot didn't sell. Would they be open to receiving an offer? And I would recommend watching the bid, by the way, so you know where it went to, so you know where it didn't go. But likely that's because it didn't hit their reservation, but you can go in at the top bid price and likely get it because they know that nobody else in an auction situation actually offered more. And it's worth knowing that they're likely to reach out to the party that bidded that high to see if they want to put forward that offer and accept it. So it's a great way of getting properties without actually going there. My favorite is pre-auction, and I'm starting to see more and more of those become available. So this is the second in the video series. This is another 3 of 6 of 26 ways of getting properties that are not on Rightmove or any other portal. Put Rightmove in the comments if you want me to do more, and I'll do a third video of the series. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And hey, if you got value, lightly destroy the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.